Alright, I'm gonna make a video about making the carcass for a floating shelf using a mitered joint at the corner. So I'm gonna make something that's 1 feet by 3 feet. Let's raise this 3/4 inch. Create a group, since we'll need, let's create a copy of this, and let's rotate it 90 degrees. Move this down, maybe there, on the plane. Create maybe bottom pieces here too. Let's keep this aligned. Give it an offset of maybe, let's say an inch, in case you want to put spacers in there or something. Now let's work on this joint here. We want to make a miter here and some bevels. I think it makes most sense to create the bevels first. So to do that, we'll measure 3/4 of an inch in. Do that. And we'll do that. Oh, actually, I have to edit the face of each of these things. Right, so that I can extrude it. And I am thinking we should also create this shape, create a group from it. Let's move this out of the way so that we can create a strip that fills that spot later. So same thing over here. Then we'll draw another line this way. That. Let's move this piece out so we can see what's going on. Then we'll do extrusions to create the bevel. Same over here. Extrusion. Whoops. Alright, now the fun part is to create a cutting surface. So I know this is 1 feet, 1 feet wide. So I'm gonna make a reference line here, another reference line here. I'm gonna do that for the bottom piece as well. 1 feet here. Now what I want is create a cutting surface for each of these actually a cutting surface for one. I want to switch over to wireframe so I can see the inside. Oh, actually before I do that, I want to create a 1 feet reference on the bottom as well, so that I have something to create a cutting surface for. Switch over to wire mode. I'm going to measure 3/4 inch out to create a reference point there, and I also want to measure 3/4 inch out here. So now we have 4 points to draw a line to create a cutting surface, an intersection surface for the miter. I want to create a group from that, and same thing on the bottom. Here, 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 here. Click group. Good, they're separate. I want to do that here as well. It's a little confusing here, but right, I need to switch over here. 1 feet out. Let me just finish this side so that it's simpler. Now you want to edit this group. This is where you right click and select intersect faces with model. That generates this little line here on the group of the shelves group, so that you can draw it. So now you can delete the surface here. That'll leave you with this line on the model. And this line is useful because now you can use it to draw a line from here to here. Oops, a line from this corner to this corner. That lets you delete this surface. You can delete that surface. You can delete these corners. Can't delete the bottom yet because it's not segmented, and so you'll delete the entire bottom. So you just draw a line across here. Now you can delete the bottom. And the bottom's still intact. And if you highlight this, you'll get a volume, which indicates that it's a closed surface. Then you can delete these reference lines here to make things more simple. Same thing on the bottom. Edit the group. Then select all 3 surfaces. Intersect with model. You can delete this cutting plane. We'll keep the reference line for now. Draw, hit the group. I think you need to add a little group like that, but you need to draw closing lines. You can delete that surface and everything in here, here. That gives you this complex beveled miter. Yeah, I think this should be a closed volume as well. Good. We'll just need to do that this side. These reference lines can go away. So same thing over here. I need to draw a cutting surface. I need to create that offset point here. Whoops. Wrong tool. I have to use a measuring tape. I actually want that from the bottom here. Now I create a rectangular cutting surface. Create a group from it. Same thing here. Group from that. Switch back to shaded view. Go into this group, intersect faces with the model. To this group, intersect faces with the model. Delete the plane. Delete the cutting plane. Get these nice cutting curves. Need to draw more lines now. Oops. I'm gonna edit the model. Draw these cutting lines. And it's kind of tricky, but ooh. Draw from there, there. Now you can delete that surface, this surface, everything here. And it's a solid. Yep. Cool. And we do that line. Let's do create a line here, there, then a line here, from here to this corner. Ooh. Okay, now I can delete that, and you get end of the surface. Delete these two lines, delete that thing, and there's your beveled shelf. Now let's move this into place. Cool. Now we have these pieces. Let's measure this corner. 2 feet. Cool. So we just need to extrude this 2 feet. And we will extrude this 2 feet as well. Oops. Whoa. 2 feet. And we will move it in place, and I believe it should fit like a glove. Check that out there. Right, so it's gonna be square near the corner there. If I can do a, yeah, so that's kind of gap that we see here. It's this tetrahedral gap, but you don't need to worry about that. For the mating surfaces here, I would do a domino joint, center bevel domino joint. I think that should be pretty easy to do. And for this miter here, it's a straight up miter domino joint. So that'll make it strong, and that's pretty simple to do as well. You can also, I think, let's put this in place. So you end up with something like that. And there's this 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's not it's a pyramid kind of gap, but you won't see that. And it should be pretty sturdy. You just have to, for this vertical gap here, you can fill that in pretty easily, I think. You can't fill it in. There's nothing in the back to fill against, and so you might have to scribe these two together. But you should be able to scribe the miters together if the miter didn't go perfectly, or you can fill it with joint, and since there's material underneath, the wood filler should have a gap to hold onto. But let's see, and that's your finished L-shaped shelf. Now, just to make sure everything just to make sure that everything fits okay, I'm just gonna move this around and dry fit it. Yeah, that looks okay. What happens if I move this top here? Yeah, so that's gonna be what the inside looks like. I would not try to create a piece to fill that. That looks awfully complicated. This end of the model looks good. Yep.